let us see here, the main CG is actually here and here on the shoulder. So if I draw a straight line here and see how it is placed. Now this is cutting the head. If you draw it here, it is straight from the breast line. And now where are the head? So head and fingers are on the same parallel ground, okay? And if you increase that line, if I go straight above, that's where my body and legs touches, okay? Now what are the other lines I have to see? One is that the angle. So if this is my angle, okay, then I will look into my, see how it is all matches. So if I draw a straight line from here, then it will touch this point, it will touch this extreme curve, and then it will touch this. So whenever I would be drawing it, I will ensure that these 3 points are actually matching. And from here, if I draw a straight line, let me make it straight, and I make this correction, so this line has become very dull. Let me make one more line. Okay, now see this line touches here, and then it is already touched. There is a little gap here, okay? So we will keep following this thing, so that even if I extend this line here, okay, let me extend this line here, I will see that how much gap is here, okay? And then these are simple one line, and then I go and start drawing other part. Okay, now this is the circle, okay? Now how's my, this is the rib cage, okay? Now this is very different, okay? Now you have to follow a perspective. Okay. This is very, very important. Now, how it would look like if you remove this? So I didn't draw this leg part. So if you would draw this leg part, the leg will, so you block it like this. Okay. And then again, you see this part. See, this is how it would look like. Okay. And then we would draw this. So I'll take, this is, I would take a 0.5 mm. This is 0.9 mm. I'll take a 2B. This is 2 mm 2B. And if I need, then I will use a Staedtler pencil.
We have started the base with the perpendicular line, and the straight line is dissecting a circle. From here, we started drawing the face. Now you remember what we have drawn in that iPad. Now this is a similar kind of line, and this is very tricky drawing where you have to ensure that you are matching all the angles. So for us, this angle is very important. See, I'm drawing a lot of angles to get that, ensure that the line and the perspective is maintained in the leg. Think this is a wide angle camera, and the eye level of the camera is in the point of the thumb toe or is very in bottom. From here we have started drawing it, and this is so extreme point. I have to ensure that the entire body weight is in the shoulder of the right shoulder, or rather left shoulder of the lady, and the other hand. And with that, with the leg, she is balancing it with a full stretch. So when the legs are stretching, the groin areas shows a lot of muscle stretch. So you have to capture all those things. Now that we have drawn it with the help of all the lines which you have drawn, ensure that there is a drop. So from here, if you look at, you can start drawing the straight line. Don't get panic. This is the foundation. Again, from here, we are drawing the straight line. If there is any things to be rectified, we would do that. Now this is the hip. From here, it has a curvature. Then again, the outer sweep of the quadriceps, hamstring, then comes your rib cage. From here we would start drawing the camisole neck, probably the attire, and then here she has that collarbone and the breast area, and this lovely the way it has been displayed. See, the collarbone is, beautifully displayed, and the act of collarbone, you have to ensure that necks are captured. Then here, this is the part which is very tricky. Here you have to ensure that you capture the leg, because this is the most closest part close to the lens, and you have to ensure that you pick up all the detailing here, and you could spend time in this area, but we will not do that. We will do the opposite way. We will see when we're doing the shading. So I am not putting much of a time, just drawing the eyes, just to give you an understanding. Then how is the hairline and the your lips and your the lady's nose. Now that we have drawn this, so we will work on the finger part. Very easy. The fingers are very easy. We have drawn the shape of the fingers first, and then we have given it a shape. Now that we have it, I have taken a 2B pencil, start working on the shades. Now, sorry, it is a HB pencil. I have started working on the shade. This is a matte finish, so there is not much of a shine on graphite pencil, and it's much blackish than the grayish one. So you will see that a lot of black strokes are coming in rather than a gray stroke. So once I start filling up this intergrading, I have started working on the value part. So see, wherever there is a lot of brightness, and that part, we have to ensure that we put a lot of darkness on that part, and slowly you start working on the different areas which is shown darker. So here, because of the light and the shadow, there is a huge contrast of light and shadow which we have put it here, and which ensure that we make the leg perfectly the way it looks like. So I have given one more layer on top of it so that we can capture the light here. Let us start working on it. So whenever I have to increase the value, I have added 2B and 4B. So see, they here I have added the darker part. Right? The moment I start adding another value, it changes and it start looking very different. So you will find that it looks like the black and white part of this colored picture. So this is what our objective is, that to capture the essence of the drawing. At the same time, we keep that essence of art, the enjoyment of art. It's not just capturing the entire thing. You need to know which part you want to keep it empty, which part you want to do it the detailing. So I have decided I would be doing detailing of the leg part, but not the frontal part, which we will see it later. So here our challenge is that we have to show the pink short she was wearing it. At the same time, she has a camisole neck, black color camisole neck, which we need to ensure that the black comes up. I wanted to use 7B and 8B, but then I said that okay, most lot of people will not be having 7B, 8B, so I have kept it till 4B, and whatever valuation I got it, I kept that way. Now see, here there are shadows, but there are two shadows are there. So one shadow is here, it's darker, and the other shadow is lighter, but at the same time, you have to ensure that both the shadows are visible, and you find that enjoyment in the shadows. So right now I'm working on HB, but now that we have a 2B, see the valuation changes, and at the same time, now you can capture both the shadows. One is dark shadow, one is the light shadow, and it looks beautifully. With the same time, we will ensure that the strips of this camisole neck is visible, and from here the dress is visible here, and we will ensure that we will capture the shadows. Within the shadows, you have the play of the chest and the collarbone. So chest muscles are visible, at the same time collarbone is visible, and we'll ensure that we capture all those things along with the neckline. So this is how we have started capturing the darker parts. So whenever you're doing it, start observing which area is dark, which area is light, and try to copy the same part, try to mimic the same actions. When you are mimicking the same action, you are actually delivering a realistic painting. This is the essence. This slowly we are going towards the more realistic way of doing it, but this is not exactly realism, probably 40-50% of it. Now that we have done this part, we would be working on the leg, and see the hamstring is quite a bit visible, but a lot of muscle mass, and at the same time there are layers of fat which has created stroke, a circumference strokes near to the hamstring and the glute muscles, so which we will be showing it through this different pencils and shadows. Now if you look at here, it has captured the light and the shadows play. And if you look at, every time I'm using cross hatch, so one direction I go, then I go the opposite direction, then I go in the closest nearest direction, just to ensure that we can capture those muscle mass, those muscle reactions and all. Now we have captured it here. Now see, I have kept this figure empty. I don't want to draw this part, I want to keep this thing empty and let other things, let other people imagine what it can be. Okay, now there it, we have this line, and then we can give this shadow and make it more enjoyment. While I'm doing it, why don't you subscribe and press that bell button, and then you can press the like button, so that I can understand that you are liking it or not. These are the full tutorials which has been made for you to try. First you observe the entire video, and then you try drawing it, send it to me. I would look into it and I'll guide you if there are mistakes in it, and I will send it back to you. I hope that helps you. Thank you for staying till the last end of the video. Now you have to do one thing for me. You have to forward it to one person whom you think that this video can help. And also, I want you to press the subscribe button and the bell button, so whenever I put a video, you can get the notification, and comment below that is this technique is helping you. What else you want to learn? Put your comments so that I can add it and I can use that feedback. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing.